Wives of Infamous Dictators Part 2. Eva Perón was an actress, an activist, and the First Lady of Argentina to President Juan Perón. The platform gave Perón a loudspeaker to champion issues like poverty and women's rights. A beloved and controversial figure in her country, Perón became affectionately known as Evita. Her tragic end and the macabre journey of her corpse continues to resonate to this day. Her father, Juan Duarte, was upper class, and it was not uncommon for wealthy men like him to have second families with their mistresses when Eva was just a 1-year-old. He abandoned them altogether, leaving Perón, her mother and siblings in abject poverty. As a teenager, she found a new love, the theater. She landed her first role in a movie in 1937. In 1945, everything changed for Eva when she married Juan Perón, an up-and-coming government official. Just 1 year later, Juan Perón became president. She played a crucial role in advocating for women's rights, and in 1947, Argentina granted women the right to vote. She showed immense compassion for the less fortunate as well, earning her widespread devotion from the people. However, the Perón regime was often accused of suppressing political opposition, restricting freedom of press, and undermining democratic institutions. In 1951, Evita was diagnosed with very painful advanced cervical cancer that spread, despite an immediate hysterectomy and aggressive treatment. In the years leading up to her diagnosis of cancer, and in the few years she survived afterwards, Evita's personality began to change. She became increasingly belligerent toward her perceived enemies and more of a political threat. In order to curb her dangerous behavior and prevent civil war, while also attempting to dull her pain from cancer, Juan consented to have a lobotomy performed on Eva. That operation had already gained notoriety in the U.S. as a measure to treat uncontrollable aggression and impulsive violence. In 2011, Dr. Daniel Nijensen and his team of researchers uncovered pieces of evidence that Eva had a lobotomy shortly before her death. X-ray scans of Perón's skull showed drill holes that were consistent with a lobotomy. Furthermore, Dr. Nijensen contracted other medical professionals who worked on Eva, and they confirmed that the procedure was done in secret without the First Lady's consent. The lobotomy was reportedly done by a neurosurgeon named James Poppin, who died in 1978. One of Dr. Poppin's nurses, Menina Riquelme, said that the procedure was done in the palace where a makeshift operating room was set up, and there was an armed guard stationed nearby to ensure the procedure would be kept secret. After Eva's lobotomy, she reportedly appeared calmer, but her physical health suffered. She stopped eating and weighed only 82 pounds during her last public appearance, which was at Juan Perón's second presidential inauguration held on June 4, 1952. She was allegedly so weak during the event that she had to be supported by plaster wire on her limbs to help her stand properly. She died less than 2 months later on July 26, 1952. Her untimely death at the age of 33 sparked an outpouring of grief and mourning across the nation. Unfortunately, Eva's story does not end here. There is a strange and grisly tale of what happened to her corpse and the events that unfolded after her death.